In these 2 months when I have to there, I have worked on my advocacy, which I'd love to tell you a little bit more about later. I have worked on my styling. As some of you may know, I've been styling myself, which is this wonderful piece by Edward James Castro from Origin. Shout out to you all.
I love it. So how have you been prepared in terms of like your physical or mental, emotional? How are you prepared holistically? I'm sure they want to know that.
Well, I've been hitting the gym. As many people know, I struggle with being underweight a little bit. Some people have seen I look almost a bit malnourished sometimes. So I've really been making an effort and going to the gym 3, 4, 5 times a week just to prepare physically, because I know the pageants are very taxing on the body, and also mentally by journaling and praying, of course, and whatever happens in Egypt, I hope to make you all proud.
I love it. How about in terms of classroom, Q&A you've been training with? I'm sure the Q&A trainer, one of the trainers for Q&A is also here watching.
So, yes, for Pasarela, I've been training with, of course, CJ Okiaza and Billy Atkinson. So, of course, I also have my previous training from Coach Louie from Aces and Queens. So, these people have been working so hard to bring out the best of me. And I think in these 2 months of preparation, I've seen more improvement than I have in my 2, 3 years of pageantry. So I'm so excited for you all to see that. I shared a little bit of a sneak peek on my Instagram. So yeah, I can't wait for you all to see, especially the Swiss when I'm in Egypt for the resort competition. And then for Q&A, of course, I have Tita Jerry over here. Shout out to Tita Jerry. Tita Jerry has really been so hands-on when it goes to Aces and Queens. And he's really brought out the best in me. He's brought me so much wisdom. And he's taught me that there's so much power in my voice and my individuality. So thank you, Tita Jerry.
Do you want to thank other people in your preparation or national? Okay.
So of course, I would like to thank Aces and Queens, Origin Management, and Aces and Queens specifically, Mami Mayaki, Natalia, Surgeon, all of them are so pivotal in helping me prepare for this pageant. And I would also like to thank Team Origin, who can't be here today, but of course they organized this one for me, and they have been, of course, guiding light in this journey.
Alright, thank you so much to everyone who has helped Chantal. It really takes a village to raise a queen. So now that the pageant is really happening in a few days, what do you hope to showcase during that pageant?
Well, I find that there's a lot of misconception about Miss ECOINTERNATIONal. I find that a lot of people perceive it to be very environmental based, which yes it is definitely, but not a lot of people understand that benefiting and supporting and protecting the environment goes in so many different ways. So that could be through your wardrobe, through sustainable fashion, which is something that I've always pioneered, of course. It could be by supporting fair trade organization, which is in line with my advocacy, which we'll be talking about in a bit. And yeah, there's so much that I want to show you about this people, so much that is misunderstood in fact. And I'm very excited to show you all the true nature of the project.
Thanks, Chantal. You mentioned your advocacy. Can you share more about it for me, friends?
So, I have always been known as kind of the mental health girl, and while that is something that's still very true and dear to my heart, I have sort of narrowed it down a little bit more to fashion, fair trade, and sustainability. So, for those of you who don't know what fair trade means, it's when people, or rather workers, are paid adequately for their work, where things are sourced sustainably and in a way that nobody's harmed and everybody benefits. And I do this with an organization based in Mindanao, Canadian city called Organiguana, which is a bag and accessories brand and a livelihood program for women in impoverished areas. So this gives women are quite literally given the tools, the training, the materials to craft and read these ads, to then have an income, have a livelihood, to then enable them to make their own decisions in life, not have to like rely on their partners. And this also enables women to have more autonomy in their decision-making processes about their lives, about their children also. And I find that in our modern day society, as a woman, you are often limited to your job and your children. You cannot do both. You must choose between the two oftentimes. And this is a woman's option to work while taking care of their children. And with that in mind, these women then have the opportunity to build a livelihood for themselves, to have savings of their own while taking care of their children. Neither of those has to be affected. And this uplifts women and protects women. And with that also, you give these women an option that if they're happy with their lives, they can proceed with their lives as is. But if they want to better themselves, they no longer have to choose between children and livelihood. So that is something that's always been dear to my heart as a woman and as a feminist, of course. So yes, that's my advocacy.
Thank you so much, Chantal. Just one more question from me before I open the floor for the media later on. Any message for the pageant fans as you vie for the third Miss ECOINTERNATIONal crown for the Philippines?
I mean, I know it's always cliche to say thank you, but I want you to know that my gratitude has no ends right now. Just seeing all of these faces, Olivia, Lisa, Effie, all of the familiar faces, seeing my friends, I'm gonna cry. So I hope you know how grateful I am for all of you. You can see it in my face. I hate to be the emotional one, but Sir B, Sir Paulo, they all know that I'm always crying. And that just shows that I'm so grateful for you all, and I want you to know that. I want to thank Sir Adam, who discovered me. I want to thank Jill, who's the advocate, and I said, hey, how are you? And I want to thank Tita Alma, Teresa, Alder Grimabak. I want to thank you all. Thank you for coming. Thank you to Derek also, I love you. And all of the team Empire, thank you so much. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. So yes, thank you all. I'm so, so grateful.
And of course, the day is really a celebration of your journey and also an expression of our love and support. And we want to, give you and express our messages now so that you can feel our love. So we'll start with our Miss International Philippines at the Day of Rosero.
Good afternoon, everyone. Chantal. So before going here, I've been reminiscing and really thinking of one memory that stood out. I won't remember it. It was during the appointment. I don't have any lipstick on, and I was asking everyone if someone can lend me any lipstick to put on. And there was Chantal who offered me the full palette. And didn't even think twice to fix herself first because I had my gown on and my dress is already, my hair is already fixed. But she was there and said, you can use this, What about you? I can fix myself after. I can still do my eyeliner because that's her favorite thing. And that just reminds me of how very friendly, very helpful Chantal is. And I remember also, I have a lot of memories too. It was during the competition, the announcement of winner. I went down after being crowned, and she was the first one who hugged me. And I'm really emotional to hug me and really. She hugged me and said, you deserve it. And congratulations. And it was really touching because we all know throughout the competition, everyone wants us to fight, wants us to have tension, but it was through sisterhood that bring us all together here and seeing you do your best in Egypt makes our heart feel with so much pride. And one thing that I would want all of you to remember about Chantal, she's more than just a dreamer. She's a worker. She will do everything. She will put her heart into it. And with that, I'm asking everyone to please support her. Please, be there for her journey. Because Chantal is not just a dreamer, she's a true queen with a heart. I love her.
Okay, we also have a message from my sister, we also have a message from my brother. So we like to call on Managir Philippines and 24 Anthony Kuminghao.
Hi there, everyone. Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you also everyone for being here. It's really nice to be here. So many familiar faces again. But Chantal, we met not too long ago, actually. Just in the recent Mr. Filipinas and the Mr. Filipinas project that was about 6 months ago. But in that short time, and before then, I wanted to really projects that just come back to the Filipinas to sort of explore the studies. And in that short time, really, me and Chantal, there's of course the brides and dazzling on-stage performances, and there's advocacy and everything that pageantry in the Philippines stands for. But also there's, with us who experience the behind the scenes, the tears, the conversations, seeing each other's real, authentic self. And we really, in a lot of ways, also being half from the Philippines culture and half from the European culture as well. So for me, when I came into this all, girls like Dr. Chantal, but also Lisa, Althea, it really set the standard for how I perceived pageantry in the Philippines to be. And I'm very grateful to have, even though it's probably a good thing that me and pageants like Chantal are doing, because grabe ang kalaban mo, together we're not on the same side, but I'm so glad that we have strong women like you representing the Philippines, and I'm sure you go on to do us proud in your country. So thank you so much, and Chantal, we wish you all the best, and you have our full support. Thank you.
Another picture with your brother.
Here. Isa here. Sorry.
Thank you so much, Anthony, and now I will call on myself to give a message. So, beyond the makeup, what I really love about Chantal is that she's so simple and she's really a hard worker. For those who don't know, she takes angkas to go to her errands for her pageant. As in, that just goes to show her drive, the determination to really go through the lengths for the pageant. And also, other than that, I love how she's really taking her own narrative. Like, she has a vision for herself and for the pageant, and she's really gonna turn that vision into reality. And with her grit, with her determination, I know that she can really get the third crown, the third Miss ECOINTERNATIONal crown for the Philippines. And of course, other than the sisters and the brother, we also have the Tito. Tita? Ninong. We'd like to welcome the Executive Vice President, Sir Walter, to give a message for Chantal.
So, she probably doesn't know this, I told you, but the first time I noticed Chantal, like, Boracay, Universal Base, and I was taking videos, bakit masipag pa ako? Kasi pag ako taking videos of all girls, it's not exciting us, when I took a video of her, wearing her swimsuit, like it was just before, and I was like, oh my god, this girl is destined to be international queen someday. And it was so easy to pinpoint to see you. So basically, you can see like you have everything that it takes. But what that I see is your growth. And from that girl that wasn't sure, that was overthinking, whenever Darren would message me about things that Chantal wants to do is ask me about stuff, and she has a plan. And that's one thing that I want people to know about Chantal is she just doesn't look like, she wakes up and looks like crazy. But she's not going into this not just relying on her beauty. She's going into this with a plan. She thought about it, she's worked hard for it, and she stuck to it. And that's one thing that I truly admire about her. And I know she's trying to do well in Miss ECOINTERNATIONal, as you know. The Philippines has been so successful in that pageant, and it's amazing that the Filipinos are appreciated. And I know that if the reception of the Egyptian ambassador was an indicator of how the Egyptians will welcome you. I think, we're expecting our third crown. And I'm very optimistic. And whatever it is, we're proud of you no matter what, because I know you poured your heart out into this. And if you see tears coming down her face, it does not show weakness. She was the first one to tell me this. Because after the Miss Philippines, quick story, after the Miss Philippines, she messaged me because after that after party, afterwards, like, she was crying, and then we hugged and she was crying, and then she was sort of apologetic in a way, like, Sir V, I wasn't crying because I'm not happy, because of my possession, I'm just emotional, and I appreciated that message because it's like she didn't have to message that, but that's just how she is. She's so genuine, and so it's very refreshing to have queens who are so genuine in their approach. Yung parang very childlike, where they don't have any hidden agenda. I just say like, this is how I feel. And that's something I think that will carry you throughout your entire life. So good luck, Chantal. I'm so proud of you. And I can also relate to the nourish. I also underneath.
Maybe a photo with Sir Walter, our Miss ECOINTERNATIONal Philippines 2024, and soon to be claiming it. Sama na din ako.
Ito naman, to your right, to your naman. Camera.
Thank you so much, Sir Walter, and how the moment and we've been waiting for our media friends, you may now ask a question for Chantal. But we'll be accommodating just the first 6 questions. So who would like to go first?
Noli Berrioso. Dito Noli. Oh, sabi. What pages?
Hello, Chantal.
Yung plan.
My question is, what environmental platform would you like to promote or would you like to bring to the stage of this ECOINTERNATIONal?
Like I mentioned before, my interest really is in fashion. And especially in a world where fast fashion is so prominent, I find that anything else, I mean, I understand fast fashion, I understand the appeal of it, and I don't want to demonize it because I am also a college student who can't afford often very expensive sustainable items. So I think we need to make sustainability, we need to blend sustainability with accessibility. So with that being said, my advocacy and what I really want to promote is sustainable fashion, local fashion, which is in line with my advocacy for my livelihood program that I'm working with. So that's really something that I would promote if I was to become Miss ECOINTERNATIONal, but even if I wasn't, that's something that I live and breathe for.
And have you prepared the game plan for the environment?
In terms of my advocacy, yes. Because like I said, it's my whole entire soul and being. Fashion is what I love and what I breathe for. And so sustainable fashion, if you could take a look at my phone, all of my looks are already planned out. And they're not entirely custom, they are repurposed. I'm the one that actually sews a lot of them myself. I'm the one that alters them myself to fit me. And that is my game plan in that sense. And I also have a very exciting video coming up for detailing a bit more about my advocacy. So I'm very excited for you all to see that. So that's my game plan.
Okay, last question. Okay, aside from the ground, what do you look forward to create in your community? What do you look forward to create in this aside for the ground?
Aside from the crown, what I really want to do is establish myself, not just as a beauty queen, but also as a future fashion lawyer, as a possible stylist. As many of you know, I've been interning for ACE as an assistant stylist, and I really want to show that it takes so much to be a beauty queen. I mean, you're your own hairstylist, your own makeup artist, your own stylist, you're your own personal assistant, you're your own photographer. And I want to show just the amount of work that it takes and the amount I've grown myself to get to this place.
Very well said. That's all Chantal.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mima. We would like to go next.
Maglalay pa lang.
Good afternoon, Chantal. This is Paolo from Advocacy International. The question is, if you will win Miss ECOINTERNATIONal President competition, what will be your contribution to your environment, or how will you use your craft to influence people?
How I will use my crown is by simply existing and being in the spotlight and showing my vulnerabilities, my journey. I want to show to the youth that, well, a little backstory for me to answer that question is I grew up with not many female role models in school, in life also. And what I learned from that is that you cannot gain inspiration from anyone but yourself. Inspiration and motivation comes from within. And I learned that I need to step up and develop myself. I need to overcome my demons. I need to work hard. And I want to show the youth that you can become the inspiration you seek in others. You do not need to rely on outside factors. You are the maker of your own circumstances. there's no situation that you can't escape from. I mean, I know a lot of you know me from Miss Universe Philippines, and I know a lot of you know that I was in a very dark place prior to that. And I mean, look at me now. I'm a national title holder. Not even I would have guessed that I'd be here today.
Yes,
And so,
Cynthia.
what I want to impart with the youth is that there's nothing not worth dreaming for. There's no dream not worth chasing.
Good.
Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon, Chantal. First one from Pageant Philippines. Chantal, aside from your advocacy, which is passion sustainability, what do you think is necessary for this role and to be resolved or somehow to be addressed in ecological environment, ecological issues?
So like I briefly mentioned earlier about sustainability versus accessibility, my grandfather, he was an orphan and he worked as a janitor. And from that story personally, from his personal experience, but also from his pro bono work, he worked for farmers, he worked with the exploited, he worked for the hungry and for the poor. So what I can tell you is that sustainability is a privilege. The thought of sustainability alone is a privilege. I mean, how can you possibly worry about recycling your clothes, reducing your garbage, using metal straws when you are concerned about what you will feed your family, how you will keep a roof above your head? So that is another very pressing issue that sustainability sadly often is for the rich. And so my goal and my dream with this crown is to make sustainability more accessible so that we can all play a part in saving our planet, because it really truly takes all of us, but we cannot expect all of us to play a part if all of us do not have equal access.
Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
Hi, Chantal. Congratulations. From Simon from Morris Brands. Question, kasi nag-appoint, di ba, kayo? What comes to your mind when they appoint you as our representative in this ECOINTERNATIONal?
Actually, we did not know that this ECOINTERNATIONal was going to be one of the crowns. So, actually, I was like, oh, I'm pretty suitable for this. I can work with this. This is good. Because I think looks-wise, I'm pretty much the prototype, if you can say, because I know that Miss Eco has a certain look that they have in mind, with, for example, Kathleen Pizza, Cynthia Victoria. A lot of the girls kind of look like me, so I felt comfortable in that sense. But it's also something that I really identify with, the advocacy and the mission of the organization. So I know a lot of people had other hopes for me, but to those people I want to say, I'm happier than I've ever been, and I'm so blessed and grateful to be in this position. And I've never been more excited for anything, really. And I know in my heart and in my soul that I have the potential to get this crown for the Philippines.
Follow-up question now. I know, Chantal, that you are very hands-on with regards to your pageant training. Since Miss Universe Philippines and the Miss Philippines, you're very hands-on. Gaano ka kayo hands-on with regards to your preparation internationally? Are you hands-on with a collaboration with your designers from the national costume up until your designer with makeup?
Yeah, so actually, a lot of my wardrobe is from designers I've personally met and worked with. So, for example, I have one very young designer, his name is he actually just graduated, and we worked together for a fashion show where he was into a dress. Then I have other young designers who worked with for other fashion shows. So these are all personal connections that I personally reached out to, and it was such a beautiful sort of pathway that was forged, because not only am I these personal connections, but I'm also giving an opportunity to these young and upcoming designers to kind of pave the way for a new generation And in that sense, I've been very, very hands-on. Also with my evening gowns, which of course, is by Valkabuba, none other than. And I love him so much. I admire his work so much because he really takes the girl and the wearer into account as well. I had so much of a say in it, and I was able to, it was sort of creative direction that I wanted to go in as well. Same with my national costume. Shout out to Chino from Apollo, who's making my national costume, as well as my eco costume, which is made by Axel, none other. And yeah, these are all people that are personal connections that I've reached out to personally and handled this myself. And of course, I have Edward, James Castro, I have Mami Maiki, I have Tatayo from ACES also. But they were really allowing me to do this on my own. If at all, I would just say, hey, could you like do this? Could I borrow this? But never at one point did I try to rely on them. And that's something that I'm very proud of myself.
Thank you, Chantal, and best of luck.
Thank you so much. Hello, I love your time.
First of all, best of luck for this international competition.
Thank you so much.
My first question, words can sing heavy, scorching heat every day. So how do we teach people, especially the young ones, to be more ecologically aware and friendly?
Like I mentioned earlier, sustainability has a lot to do with accessibility. That could be accessibility to the right technology, but also accessibility to education. I think education is really, really important because the reality of our situation is we have demand for people to invest in solar energy. We have demand for people to invest in all this really expensive technology. But what we can do is make people aware. Make people aware to save water, to maybe turn off the aircon, to turn off the lights once in a while, but to also maybe educate all of us on perhaps how we can advance in terms of agriculture and how we can protect, for example, farmers in this scorching heat, the people that are working outside. It's all a cycle, and I think that cycle needs to not just be preserved, but it needs to be highlighted, it needs to be taught, and we really need to know the gravity that if this cycle is tarnished in any way, shape, or form, then all of us will fall away.
The last question, Richard. How do you reach this generation, the Generation C, to be more nation relevant, to be more patriotic? To be more nation relevant, to be more patriotic?
Well, as someone who grew up abroad, I always had a sense of longing for the Philippines. I had a sense of pride. Like, I vividly remember when I was watching TV in Germany, I was the only Asian child. My Asian representation growing up was fun. She's not even Filipino. That's how much I felt like I didn't belong. Up until I was watching TV, and I saw a TV show where it was weird foods of the world. And lo and behold, it was not Ohio, it was being featured. And I got up, I was screaming. I was like, what? You have to see this. It's the Philippines, it's our country, it's our Filipino pride, it's our identity. And I just want to tell the youth out there that maybe want to leave the Philippines or don't feel that sense of belonging in that. There are kids abroad who would live and dream and die to come back here. And I know, for example, a lot of the beauties that come back to the Philippines, they get shamed for it because it's like, oh, you're just here for a pageant, you know? But what people don't know is that the sense of longing that you feel abroad is so strong. Once you arrive, you don't even feel like you belong. And to strengthen that, I would encourage people to, of course, shop locally. I know there's a bit of a stigma, and there's a bit of stigma, for example, in Filipino fashion that, you know, it's the native and the tribal and the old silhouettes, the ribbon tie, and which are all beautiful to future is to involve more people, to involve the youth. And doing so, we can modernize, for example, Filipino fashion. And I'm very excited for you all to see my departure look and my arrival look, for example, because those are very modern takes on Filipino fashion. And I find that in the age of social media, it's so easy to go viral, and it just makes one amazing look, for example, in terms of fashion. It takes one amazing look, one amazing outfit for young people to say, oh my god, that looks amazing. Add to cart. It's that easy nowadays, and I think that's why my advocacy is so timely to promote national and younger artists and global artists to give them a platform too.
When you speak of passion, you can make style. Just leave it up and we will wait for your more passion.
Thank you so much.
Alright, thank you so much. We have one more slot for a question for Chantal. I would like to ask a question. Hey, Adam, you're the lucky one.
Chantal, you mentioned earlier that you're comforted in the sense that you don't like the prototype. So I wonder, have you sought advice with your successors regarding what to do for your upcoming competition? Do you somehow feel pressure because you've been quite integrated in the past?
Well, just something about me is that I always feel pressure. I'm always nervous. I'm always a thinker. I'm always an overthinker. So that's just a given to me because I want to be prepared in all aspects. But I feel a sense of comfort that we have done so well in this ECOINTERNATIONal because that means that the organization sees us for our work. I believe that all of the girls, big as the small, are such amazing caliber, such high caliber too. So with that being said, to answer your question, yes, I did seek out the advice of Ashley Sudiano, of course, of Kathleen Beaton, and Sylvia Malia. And in particular, Kathleen was such big help to me because I remember even years before I even joined Miss Philippines, and years before I was even crowned as Miss ECOINTERNATIONal Philippines, we were in a grab together. We were stuck in traffic for 2 hours going from Quezon City to BGC. And for those 2 hours, I was grilling her. I was asking her, what are they like? What have you done?
That's nice.
What's your plan? What's your strategy? And it's funny because it was such a very full circle moment because after I was crowned, she messaged me again and she said, I'm here for you. Any question? And yes, I bombarded her with questions. I asked her about the organization. Kathleen told me that this ECOINTERNATIONal really seeks girls who are above all kind and easy to work with, and they like girls who are, very independent. Because of course abroad you can't always have a glam team with you. You can't always have someone hold your hand. There's no carrying abroad. So that's something that they really look for in a girl, and that's something that I internalized. Because as I mentioned, I practically do everything on my own. I'm a bit of a control freak, so that kind of works out for me. And that's the advice that Kathleen gave me. And also Ashley and Cynthia gave me such wonderful emotional support also. If only I had more time, I would have asked them so much more. So yes, hope that answers your question.
Thank you. Last question. What strength do you think you have that can make you win the third Miss ECOINTERNATIONal title?
Definitely versatility. I am not just a beauty queen, although beauty queens are so strong and powerful in their own right. I am, of course, a lawyer, an aspiring lawyer, I am an aspiring stylist, I am a teacher, I am, what else? I'm my own makeup artist, I'm my own hairstylist, although for today I would like to thank Mix Institute of Beauty for helping me out a little bit. And yes, so there are many hats that I wear, and above all, I believe that I can benefit from this international organization by not just working for them, but working with them. And I feel that I could really play a big role in the organization if they were not.
Thank you very much and good job, Chantal.
Thank wonderful and thought-provoking questions. Yes, so how Adam discovered me was I kind of always had an interest in pageants, but my mom was a bit of a tiger mom. Shout out to my mom. She did not want me to join pageants at all. She said, this will conflict with your school. You need to graduate law school first. And who knows what if it's a waste of time, what if it's a waste of money. And then I did a fashion show in Manila. It was for Michael Leva. And all of the 2021 Universe Philippines queens were there. Bea, VVV, Stephanie, yeah, I believe those were the ones that were there. Also Maureen Noblewitz. And that day, I remember I was so exhausted. I was so tired. Before I go to sleep, I opened my phone and I had so many messages. They're like, hey, I'm posted you. And I was like, that must have to be a joke. And so I looked it up, and truth be told, I was there. And I remember that there was such a sweet message to me, like, oh, she has really great models, and I was able to see her on the stage, on the pageant stage too. And I said that to my mom, and I said, maybe I do have potential, you know? She said, okay, fine. So if it was not for Adam, I might not even be here today.
Iyak na. Masyadong pasarel.
But before we conclude this send-off party press conference, we also want to acknowledge and also give this spotlight to the aces of the league who also re-mentored Chantal. Let's all clap for Tita Jerry.
We've trained so many new trains in the past, but they're just cars that you can get some of the trains. I'm sure some of you know starting on the trains, and she is one of them. And I'm happy to see Nicole over there because Nicole and Chantal are globally ways of doing very close to. So it's not just your beauty or intelligence that I admire, but more than anything, knowing you really very well. I realize you have very good character, and that's why my wholehearted support is always really you. And I also test to what Dr. said earlier, but contrary to what other reports said, she may not have been happy with getting supernatural. I would like to say that she was very happy with it. And I was talking to someone before, and they said, not funny to go below see Chantal. They said, but look at all the power of the fact that she embraces her supernatural title. So I
ECOINTERNATIONal.
Wait lang po. From the top. From the top.
And I also want to vouch, that's a very big. I want to vouch also that she has a very good game plan in competing for Miss ECOINTERNATIONal in Egypt. She was very strong in the design of her gown and even in the national costume. I really want to share that the moment that big brochure that also international costume, the following day she flew to Apollo and set a meeting with the designer. So I would like to say that the following national costume because it's going to be very colorful and I need to make a big impact on the international stage. Also, pati in Advocacy, when she was talking about it, she went to Mindanao in order to show her advocacy. And one day, 2 days after she won this ECOINTERNATIONal that title, we had lunch in Tokyo. She had a notebook and she was writing everything that she had to prepare. I remember She even searched for ano yung mga bombs and jewelry na ginagamit ng ancient Egyptian trades. So ano yung mga accessories na pwede natin gamitin? What food do they have in Egypt that are comparable? So yung talagang she has set her mind to. And she is like a daughter to me. Kasi I look upon her a lot, and since she resides in Ortigas, she would call me, Tito Jerry, in the middle of the night, are you looking for money? I need someone to talk. Come on, let's do something. So I would always be there to look at translate. So I'm very excited about this. I really like this a lot. And we're always going to represent the Philippines on the international stage. And our dream is your beauty, intelligence, and most especially your good character that will endear you to the audience, to the judge, and to the court of fellow candidates. Good luck, Chantal. I love you. You will.
The jury. But wait, there's more. We have a few more messages from her really close friends and Queen sisters. We'd like to call on Teresa Aspargo and Nicole Gormley. When we were a little younger, I remember we were working out and we would be preparing our mood boards for the upcoming years. And we put crowns, we put all of these facets of our life to achieve. And I remember saying, oh, you can do it, it's so difficult. And now, what you're about to leave, making dreams a reality. It's not just attainable, it's literally and farthest reach already. And I want everyone here to know that the person you see here, I've seen her coming inside and out. The most beautiful to show that on the international stage, because anybody that gets a chance to get to know you, what can this person help to? Oh, you're so proud.
Embrace now. That's sisterhood.
Thank you so much. And of course, last but definitely not the least, Miss International Philippines, Nicole Borromeo.
God, I can't even look at you right now. I'm just gonna stand it this way, right? I'm gonna pretend you're not even. I can't look at you. Oh, okay. I wish I was doing a heads up, but I was gonna get to speak. Man. Okay, so I just want to start off by saying that when I think of one of my closest friends, you know you come into my mind, and oh no! When I think of people who aren't afraid to be bold, to be out there, you know I think of you. Oh God! Thank you. It's like she's dying. It's like we're sitting. I gotta see you again. Oh when I thought of Manila, I thought, oh my god, Manila is like so big. So in case you guys don't know, I'm from Cebu, in Spanish Chantal. The first time we ever met was on the way to a fashion show, and she was just one of the coolest girls I've ever met. And when she talked about the future, when she talked about opportunities and how bright this can be, she made me feel like I could always achieve them. And I think one of the greatest things after competing in Miss International was coming home to a broken doorknob because she told me that when she moved in, the doorknob just stopped working. And that was the vivid reminder that I now have a roommate. And I'm so blessed because I know that I don't have to go home to an empty condo. I get to go home to a friend who I can open up to, who I can put my problems to, who can make me feel like I can do anything if I really wanted to, and I don't have to do it by myself. So thank you, Chantal, for being by my side, being right next door. I may not see you all the time because we're always so busy with our schedules, but I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss, see you. I just knocked on the door, I'm dying. You've been sick for a month, right? It's not like a month long, I don't know. But in peace, you have a great life because you overthink so much. We're all so proud of you. So many people are, even the ones who did it. So enjoy out there in Egypt. Stop ruining the makeup. And just have a good time. We'll all be cheering for you.
After crying, laban mo.
Hello, best friends. No time. Next Institute of Beauty, pageant,
For the twin sisters and really close all together.
To your right, Nicole, dito, to your right. Thank you. Sing
Thank you so much. We can have one last photo op with Chantal, just Chantal only for the media. After. Don't worry, you can still interview Chantal later on for one after the press conference. Photo op, photo op, version.
There you go. Thank you, mga ka-crown. It's all with Chantal. Good luck and for the third Miss Eco International crown for the Philippines.
I want to thank you all for being here today. I know that this is your life, your passion, your everyday, but for me, having this many people gather to support me, this is once in a lifetime, and I hope you know how much your support truly means to me.
And of course, on behalf of the whole Philippine pageant and the whole Philippines, we are already very proud of you, Chantal. And we know that you will get the third round. Oh, one last. Sample introduction.
Without the Okay, Go, Chantal! Here.
In the middle.
In the middle.
Chantal, Elise, Advocacy, Schmidt, Philippines!
One more. More energy.
More energy.
Wait. Game.
Okay.
Ready?
Chantal, Elise, Advocacy, Schmidt, Philippines!
Alright, let's open it up for Chantal.
Yay! Good luck, Chantal! Thank you, mga ka-crown. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Crown Philippines, and follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok accounts. Ayan po. Ay, lalakad pa siya. Oh my God!
Iyak na yan.
Iyak na yan! Iyak na. Thank you, mga ka-crown!